is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm so hype and excited to be joining you for such another great, another great conversation, another great convo. Here, this is the show where we discuss trending news and thought provoking topics from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. Also, I want to celebrate because I rarely say um which episode this is, things in that nature, but it just dawned on me today we celebrate episode 100 of this podcast. So I'm so hype. I want to cheers to you. This is why I have my delicious beverage right here, delicious adult beverage. I wish it could be more of an extravagant event, but as you know, being a business owner, the days can always pop up and change your schedule and whatnot. So I initially had kind of pre-planned in my head how I was gonna kind of plan out episode 100, but uh couldn't get to that. So hey, you got me in the home studio again, enjoying a good beer. Hey, I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. Mm, really great beer too. Okay, what else is new? The shows continue to grow, as you see at the bottom where you can tune in the platforms and sites you can check out this podcast. We drop new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. Is when our podcast, our audio versions drop. Wherever you get your podcast, whether that's Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Odyssey. There's also a site, an app, actually, a free app called Hayti, Hayti. It's a black content base site. It's really dope. You have nothing but black content creators on that platform. And then if you prefer to watch the video version of this podcast, you can do so. That drops at 5 p.m. those exact same days, as you see scrolling down at the ticker at the bottom, uh, on our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you have, please share with a friend. I truly appreciate that. Facebook at R Smooth Club Podcast. Let's see, Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, and X at RSC Media. And also, if you don't mind watching some reruns, I am proud to be a part of the ESP TV family, Ernest Smith Productions TV network. Really hype about that. We have new episodes that drop, reruns that drop every Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on his digital platform. So ESP TV on Facebook, as well as ErnestSmithProductions.com online. Um, excuse me. What else is new? What else is new? I'm in the works of actually talking with another podcast network again to extend the audience, extend the platform of the Arrington Gavin Show. We got a lot of great stuff in store for you. More great interviews, more great topics. I mean, there's always something to talk about here, and just really excited, man. Really excited to be continue to grow with you. For those who continue to support this show, I truly appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. And yeah, we just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. But let's get it going because we got a lot to discuss today. Of course, I'm going to talk about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Obviously, that's probably uh uh the top what's the word I'm looking for, story or topic discussion that's happening in every conversation. Kendrick Lamar, successful, believe he has a Grammy, hip hop artist, California owned, and then you have Mr. Drake, Mr. RB Graham. Okay, start off as an actor, comes from a musical family. His uncle is Larry Graham. And then it's him and his dad and his uncle. They look just like twins, but his uncle is a successful musician. Drake became an actor. He all kind of came to fame in a show called Degrassi. I was a fan of the show. I watched it as a kid, and then he went on to career in music, rapping, uh, uh, singing, pop. It's so much to describe Drake. But one thing you can say is that Drake is not very well liked by people in the music industry, at least in the genre of hip hop, right? Uh, some has said they look at him as a wannabe, as a fake, as a phony. He talks about star for the bottom. Now we're here. You look, you were raised in a successful household. Other people has criticized him being because he's biracial. His mother's white, Jewish woman. His dad is black. So he they always say you really can't you know use the N word like you normally do. It's a lot of stuff, that's occurring, but let me get it going talking about this Kendrick versus Drake, this Kendrick and Drake beef. So recently there was some diss tracks that was put out. Kendrick put out a diss track called I think Euphoria, and he went in on Drake. Let me tell you something. He went in. Now, initially, there was like a Kendrick and J. Cole beef, but J. Cole at his Dreamville festival over in Fayetteville had, apologized to Kendrick, gave him his flowers, and just he ended it. He even, I think, deleted the diss track. And to me, and I spoke about it on my radio show, I was happy. I was happy about that. I was very to me, I just feel like, grown ass men arguing publicly is, especially two men of color. It's not what we need right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not um a huge fan of hip hop. I mean, I'm a fan of music. I listen to all genres of music. But one of my good friends who I would consider hip hop historian, he was saying, really that's what hip hop is all about. Respect diss tracks, not like personal jabs, but you go back and forth, spitting, right? You think of like when rap was invented in the underground, right? Where you going ham on each other, who has the best lyrics, right? They don't come for the juggler. They come for the win, you know, call it Christmas, grab a drink, we cool, we homies. But it has, in hip hop's, it has always varied, right? You had beef between different coasts, you've had gang related involved in hip hop, you've had so much stuff that has occurred in hip hop. Um, but after J. Cole pretty much left, here comes back Drake. Now, apparently this beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar has gone back almost 10 years ago. I did not know. I thought this was pretty recent, but to my knowledge, as told by my nephew who's very involved in this beef, and my wife, um this was happening a long, long, long time ago. And I had first asked, I'm like, okay, well, who started this whole beef? Because to me, whoever started the argument is the automatic loser. Because, dude, why do you want to start stuff, right? So my nephew told me that really Drake started. He started with a diss track really to all hip hop artists, right? No, I'm sorry. Kendrick started a track, a diss track, basically just saying, "Hey, look, we all competing at the top of hip hop," but he never took personal jabs in a sense, right? He just he said like something like, I'm the best at the top, and none of y'all can compete with me in that nature, right? And again, it was a respectable, uh, uh, it was a respectable jab. It wasn't something to go after your fam and all that stuff. So, uh, Drake was the only one that responded like, "No, take it back, apologize, you put some respect on my name, yada yada yada." No, like Kendrick's like, "No, not that's we're not doing that. We're not doing that." Um, so I pulled up this article. This was by Billboard, reported by Billboard, and it's titled "All the Drake and Kendrick Diss Tracks Ranked." All right, so it goes back. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see here. Um, The Poetic Justice collaborations deliver vicious diss tracks aimed at each other. Blasey, blasey, blasey. Okay, so in round one, they have it as Drake stood tall against Kendrick, mocking his small stature, questionable labels, deals on push-ups. Because Kendrick Lamar isn't a tall guy. Drake obviously is. Talked about his stature. Okay, boom. Another jab at his appearance. At his appearance. Then to that, in response to that, Kendrick served with like that, where he denounced all chattering surrounding hip hop's big three. Okay, fans impressed by Drake's showing, while Kendrick took his time and then dropped Euphoria. Um, Basically criticizing Drake's alleged appropriation and more. Then I'm looking at let's see. There was a track called Family Matters, where Drake alleged that Kendrick abused his wife, cheated on her, and claimed his longtime manager, Dave Free, fathered one of his two children. Again, getting pretty aggressive here. Getting pretty aggressive. Um, then obviously the fans started realizing, okay, this is really getting intense. This is really getting intense. Uh Kendrick responded with another diss track titled Meet the Grams, where he spoke to various members of the six gods families, including an alleged secret 11-year-old daughter. Come on now. Come on. Uh long story short, long story short, let me see. It says here, uh I'm trying to look at the okay, so no at number 7, Drake's Tailor Made Freestyle. Number 6, Kendrick's Lamar's 616 in LA. Number 5, Drake's Push Ups. Number 4, Kendrick's Not Like Us. Number 3, Kendrick's Euphoria. Number 2, Drake's Family Matters. And then at number 1, Kendrick's Meet the Grams. So obviously, guys, I'll be honest. Um, just by what I'm listening, I've heard some of the lyrics, and your boy Kendrick is tearing that thing up. Okay, he is really going in on Drake. Drake needs to throw in the towel. I was talking to my sister earlier today, and if you remember the scene from Rocky, maybe Rocky 4, was that the? I think that was the one where Rocky fought the Russian Drago, and it was a scene where Drago had initially fought Apollo, and he was literally destroying Apollo in the ring. And Apollo's manager, friend, trainer, longtime trainer, was telling Rocky, throw in the towel, throw the damn towel. That's how I feel about this this Drake and Kendrick beef, because Drake, you're losing, buddy. You're losing. First and foremost, you're the one that, to my knowledge, started this whole personal jab, right? Um, the world looks at you as a pop, well, not the world, but some people in conversation I spoke with look at you as a pop artist. You know, you're an entertainer, you all around the place, but you're very successful. Don't get me wrong, you're very successful. Uh, but when it comes to the real, lyricist, hip hop art, like, bro, first of all, Kendrick has never been a person to always to come at you personally like that. Kendrick is a guy, which I just found out this term too, conscious rapper. Um, found out this yesterday. Because I respect guys like him, Common, J. Cole, like these guys, Chance the Rapper, they rap about community, like uplifting community in a sense, right? They talk about the oh Lord, what's what I'm trying to say? They talk about discrimination. They talk about um issues that's happening in the black culture or just happening in our world, right? They're very uplifting, trying to give you anthems here and there, right? If I Kendrick has never been a person that I can listen to and give some bops and dance and listen in the club and stuff like that. Now Drake is a person. Yeah, I would turn on if I want to dance and have a good time, listen to the club, party, all that stuff. But Kendrick is really, really, really sharp, and it's actually funny. I'm gonna pull up another video, because this was back, I believe, when uh Obama was in office, and it's so interesting. Let me see if I can pull up this graphic for you guys. Is this the one? Hope it is. I hope it is. Why do I feel like this is not it? Oh, no, that's not it. That's not the one. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. There was a gentleman that had asked Barack Obama, "Hey, who are you choosing between the two?" And long story short, Obama had shows. Let me pull this up. This is on Hollywood Unlocks IG page. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys.
Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle. Who do you think would win?
You got to go with Kendrick. I'm just saying. I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album was outstanding.
Excellent. All right.
Best album I think last year.
Thanks. Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle. Who do you?
Y'all got that right? Y'all got that right? The one and only Barack Obama. He said, Kendrick, hands down. His lyrics, hands down, best one this year. It's perfect. Now look, if former President Barack Obama says, and he was the smoothest, coolest president we have had in these United States, right? The man had a list of artists he listened to, he tuned in on his at the time on his iPod list, right? List of books, things of that nature. So hearing him say that, hey, look, he said that a long time ago, and now look at what's happening now. I mean, he's telling the truth. Kendrick, you can't look. J. Cole, even though he was it's always a bigger man to say, hey, look, I apologize, I'm out. Kendrick was saving his ass. All right, not Kendrick, excuse me, J. Cole. J. Cole was saving his tail. He's like, hey, I'm out. Give him his flowers. He could do that's not me. I'm out, because he knew. Do not mess with. And now Kendrick is putting out so many diss tracks, so many, like literally almost every other day is a new one. There's new one there. And before you know it, I'm just like, hey, look, Drake, you gonna have to call it Christmas, man. You just gonna have to call it Christmas. Look, we're gonna do a quick commercial break. When we come back, I have a question I want to ask you all. And it's in regards to a certain, vacation. It's nothing bad or anything. Just want your thoughts on if you would consider this type of vacation. But first we're gonna do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All righty, family. Welcome back. Look, so I was checking out this story came across my feed, man, and I was just like, would I consider it? Thinking, would I consider it? And you probably wondering, Arrington, what the hell are you talking about? Consider what? So I'm a guy that I'm always in need of a vacation. I tell my wife all the time, because we are some hardworking sons of guns. We work our tails off so that we won't have to struggle, pretty much. So we can eat, we can wear nice clothes, and so we can enjoy ourselves. But one thing as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, and those who are tuning in and those who are happen to be business owners yourself, you realize it's hard to make the time for yourself, and you have to make that time for yourself to detox, right? To chill, to relax, to just you need your rest, because you can get it's very quick and easy to get overwhelmed as a business owner. It's really quick to stack so much stuff on you, and you never make the time to just lay your head down, get your proper rest, and just chill, right? And so it's so important to do vacations. I say all that to say I am a lover of cruise trips. Love cruise trips, man. I can't tell you. I think I've been on maybe man, I've been on how many cruise trips have I been on? I've been on probably like 4 or 5 cruise trips. And on my feed, this is on not really my feed, but it was on uh Instagram. I saw this and I'm like, would I try that? You know, I'm an adventurous kind of guy. Would I try this? And so let me pull up this for you. I was reading, and this was an article written, reported by People Magazine. An 11-day nude cruise set to sail from Miami in 2025. And I'm like, no way in the world would I do a nude cruise. But it's my question is, would you try out a new cruise? So it says right here, the voyage will commence on February 3rd of 2025 and will end on February 14th of the same year. In 11-day Paradise nude cruise is set to sail from Miami. The travel company Bare Necessities, get it? Bare Necessities, cute, is collaborating with cruise company Norwegian Cruise Line to launch an 11-day cruise that will travel from Miami to the Caribbean. Per the Bare Necessities website, the voyage. Your boy can't talk today. Must be the beer. Cheers, still episode 100. Which is named Big Nude Boat 2025 and described as an 11-day adventure back to Paradise, will commence on February 3rd. Bare Necessity's newest nude cruise is a private island double dipped with a brand new travel partner. Information on the cruise reads, we'll begin our Big Nude Boat 2025 on Norwegian Pearl with an exclusive visit to an idyllic private island in the Bahamas, and cap off the cruise adventure with another exclusive stop on the way back. Now, when I was a kid, I can't remember how old I was, but my parents and we went to Mexico, very nice resort. I think we were staying in Cozumel, and I remember one time my mom because we were walking around the resort, and I think we might have walked past the beach, and mom like covered my eyes, and I'm like, what? Long story short, they were topless ladies because they were allowed to walk on the beach topless. Of course, as a kid, I'm like, oh, my eyes. You see that? I had my eyes closed, barely. I was peeking, but a lot of people are very free with their body, but there is such thing as nudist community, right? There's a nudist community. I remember watching there was a reality show I used to watch on TV. It was somewhat of like a House Hunter, but a nude version of House Hunter. The realtor, it took place in Florida. The realtor, who was clothed, she only sold homes to nudists. She was basically a private agent for this nudist community, and everybody that wanted to move to the community were nudists. And they're like, look, we want to try this out. And when I tell you, the show was so corny because it would show people like mowing their lawn naked, walking their dog naked, riding their bike naked. Everything was naked. I'm talking not even socks. Okay. And so I when I saw this, I'm like, which I'm assuming this is adults only, no kids are allowed. My question to you all, the listeners, the viewers who are tuning in right now, would you try out a nude cruise? Would you participate in an 11-day nude cruise? And what's funny is I wonder if you get in trouble if you wear on clothes. Like that's another question. I wonder if you get in trouble if you wear clothes on this trip and just say, you know what, I think I'm gonna keep my clothes on. I'm a little camera shy. I don't want to show off my goodies, and so I'm gonna wear my clothes. I wear a robe throughout the whole entire day. That is actually very funny. And then on top of that, like, you gotta make sure everything is clean because all them bare booties gonna be sitting on the chairs and everything. Like, That's a little. The more I think about it now, I'm like, it's kind of nasty. That is really nasty. And then it's probably all adults, but I mean, what's their oldest? Like, imagine if there's like an 80-year-old couple. Because let me tell you something, retired people and old people, they love going on cruises now. They love going on cruises. But I will be damned if I see some ARP members, some high ranking, long standing ARP members, Social Security. I no, I will hurl. And I got stories for days right now, but I was in Las Vegas, staying at Caesars, and I was, where did I go? I went to the spa at Caesars, and Caesars spa was, I'll just say, it was more like Greek Roman times. Like they say, hey, look, you can bear it all, is get comfortable, yada yada yada. Now it wasn't everybody like that, but a good number. And I remember there was this gentleman I didn't know at the time, because like I said, I went by myself. I was just chilling. Fun fact, another cool story. Well, I won't continue this one, but anyway, I went in. Dude was just bare naked. I'm just like, and this man sitting on a chair, legs all out, everything's out, and I'm trying to watch the NBA draft at the time. I'm just like, hey there, buddy. Ooh, hey, hi. Yeah, hi. It was weird, but what the hell? I'm like, you know what? You gotta live a little, right? And that man's like, at my age, look, I don't care. I don't give a what. I don't care. So again, I come back to this story, y'all. Would you consider going on an 11-day paradise nude cruise? If so, leave a comment at the bottom right now. Okay, leave a comment at the bottom, and I will probably, hey, I'll talk more about it. Talk more about it on the next shows. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they do new cruise. They've done new cruise before, but apparently nothing like this one. Nothing like this one. Okay, so as you know, I've started a segment called Common Sense University. Common Sense University, where I bring on a story that really just exposes an individual doing either something extremely stupid, doing something without thinking, and or just doing something. And you obviously would say, like, if you had common sense, again, you wouldn't have tried it this way, because now you looking dumb, or you have consequences you got to face, things in that nature. So it is about that time for Common Sense University. Let me go ahead and get my little trying to work on my little cut it. It will be nice if I had some little music going and whatever. But anyway, there's a minister by the name, let's see if I can find it. Let me see what his name is. Give me 1 second. His name is Pastor Keon Henderson. Pastor Keon Henderson. Now, I actually had the opportunity to be in the same building as Pastor Keon Anderson a long time ago. When I was still new into my business, I attended this church conference in Chesapeake, Virginia. It was an amazing conference, by the way, one of the largest churches in the area, and it was a great turnout. And it was you've had people like let me see, people like Marvin Sapp that was in attendance there, gospel award-winning artist Kurt Carr, if you're familiar with gospel, familiar with gospel music. A lot of top speakers in ministry attended this conference, the who's who really in ministry, including this gentleman, Pastor Keon Henderson. Keon, I believe, is based out of Houston, Texas. He is, let me see right here. He's the founder and senior pastor of the Lighthouse Church and Ministries, one of the America's fastest growing churches, headquartered in Houston, Texas. Yes, receiving the calling. I want to see how many members, because it is massive. It is a massive congregation. I will say, okay, it says here Lighthouse Church its congregation continues to blossom with more than 15,000 dedicated members and over 900,000 unique weekly viewers worldwide across all social media platforms. He's also the husband to Shawnee O'Neal. If y'all are familiar, Shawnee O'Neal is the ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal. Shawnee O'Neal is also the creator of Basketball Wives. I'm not sure if she still has ownership or still works with the Basketball Wives franchise ever since she married a pastor. Now she's a first lady. But recently Pastor Ken did some interesting. He did an interesting thing on the stage, on the pulpit, that really had people, hold up, that was iffy. Let me find that clip real quick, and I'll play it for you, and I'll share you my thoughts on it.
I live my Hey, stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. I lift my hands into the only voice I want heard is his.
Hmm. 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 Okay, so a little bit about me, y'all. There's only one. Not trying to get too too religious with the viewers, because I respect really all religions, but I happen to be a believer of Christ. I'm a Christian, born and raised in a Christian home, Christian values. Um, I'm friends. I have friends that are Muslims. I have friends that are Catholics. I have friends that are Buddhists. I'm again, I respect all religions. But I happen to when it comes to who do I pray to, who do I go to for guidance, there's that's God, that's Jesus Christ himself, right? I'm still a work in progress, so like we all are. But I say all that to say I'm no perfect Christian, but I just it's so hard to really, when you look at how ministries has exceed expectation, right? You look at old times. You started in the small neighborhood churches, and now they're expanding to, again, 15,000 members, right? There's ministers now that our net worth is at $700 million. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's when I kind of, you got to be careful. You have to be careful, because you have ministers that mean well, that are really trying to help souls out here, and then you have people that take advantage and of the weak, and continue to just make everything a publicity thing. They do everything for likes, social media, attention. They take it too far. Now, I don't know this gentleman personally, Pastor Keon Anderson, but to shush an individual on stage who's probably going through something so that you can finish singing, a cappella. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, because here's what he said. He said, get her, shush, shush, stop that, quiet that, hush, hush that, in the name of Jesus. There's only one voice that needs to be heard, but yet he's singing. He continues to sing. So while he's singing and this lady is getting emotional and it's overpowering his sound, to me, that's how I see it. Now, I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. But I'm sorry, there have been too many up and coming rising ministers that gets caught doing some suspect stuff. And again, to hush a black woman on stage in front of 1,000 people, that is, to me, I'm sorry, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I don't like. That I do not like. And we're in the month of May, the month of mother, praising our mothers out here. Come on now. Come on now, Pastor. Now, uh uh I'm definitely sure that Pastor Keon will put out a statement in regards to that. If not, hey, it is what it is. But nobody left. He has a loyal following. That following will still stay up there. But to me, again, y'all, I don't know. I don't know about that. And the reason why I brought this in as my common sense university uh conversation, because common sense will tell you to think before you do, especially on a platform that you have. Again, 15,000 members, well over 1 million followers on social media, on his personal IG. Again, 900,000 viewers worldwide. I would think before you speak. I would think before you snap and hush an individual, because now people are like saying, okay, what are you trying to do here? What I'm not understanding. If you just let her be, let her get it out. I mean, come on now, just now. If he said, hey, let the Lord hear that, because he's gonna take care of you, then that's a different story. But to shush, quiet, and then ended it in the name of Jesus. Come on now, dude. Come on now. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. I do not know about that. But I would have done. Me personally, I'm not too crazy about that. But let me know what y'all think about that. There's a post on our social media, on our Smooth Club Media, where we reposted that video so people can continue to watch it, share your thoughts and views on it. You can leave a comment below. Truly appreciate that. Y'all, again, this is episode 100. I wish I can give you a little more juice, a little more of an event, but look, no fear, because we will celebrate. We'll eventually have an episode celebrating the milestone of this. I'm also working on, I got another project going on called Arrington's Most Interesting, where I got to sit down one-on-one in person with some great individuals from the church, from comedy, from political and legal analysts, from culinary. I mean, so many individuals, and I'm very hyped to have had that moment to sit with them and all that good stuff. Like I said, also I'm in conversations with another podcast network. Continue to grow this show, continue to grow audience and listeners and viewerships and all that jazz. And just again continue to just build this program, because I just want to continue to give y'all great content, continue to change the narrative, and continue to just be somewhat of an avenue where you can have some fun but also be informed as well, and just keep you up to date, up to speed with things. So until next time, my friends, I'm gonna close it off. Again, I'm gonna do one more final cheers to you, to episode 100. Y'all, I remember when I've been doing podcasting in radio for a minute now. I'm pretty sure I've done podcasting, at least 4 years solid. Radio for maybe almost 2 years. And now, when I started the Arrington Gavin show, initially I called the Arrington Gavin podcast, still a podcast, just changed the name, changed the title, excuse me. The Arrington Gavin podcast was initially just, again, to be a platform where I can just sit down and have a conversation with my friends, with you, the listeners, you, the viewers, a way to continue to build up my craft. I love doing this. It's a hobby, but it's a hobby that I'm continue to pursue as another career, right? I'm always continue to grow. Always continue to grow. One thing I've always known with the Arrington Gavin podcast, look, your boy always have an opinion. I'm always gonna have an opinion. I'm always gonna share my thought and opinion. Like it or love it, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna have people of all walks of life, people that not everybody will agree with, some people that you do agree with. I'm a person that I love to have conversation with individuals. So with this show, we're gonna continue to have those, those unfiltered conversations. We want to help bridge gaps between all division. Okay, there is no such thing as division with this show. We're gonna have everybody and anybody on here if they're interested also in coming on the show. If they're not, that's okay. But I would, we're gonna have all those deep dive conversations. Okay, we're gonna continue to grow this platform. We're gonna give you some great stuff, and we're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to grow, not just in numbers and audience, but in growth in our technology, growth in our stories, growth in our content, and all the above. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Arrington Gavin show. As you see scrolling at the bottom, tune in to new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Podcast, our audio version will drop at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you listen to your podcasts. A video version will drop at 5 p.m. where on our YouTube channel, Our Smooth Club Media, on Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, Facebook at Our Smooth Club Podcast, and on X at RSC Media. You can also watch reruns of our show every Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on ESP TV, on Facebook, and earnsmithproductions.com. Let's see. Also, Sundays at noon, you can tune into my weekly radio show in your city on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM, The Soul of VA. Join me with my good friends, comedian Ciroc Fox, Hustle Queen Miss Michelle Young. Shout out to our amazing production crew, producer Mr. Cam Godley, as well as our camera guy, Mr. Alvin Hunter. Yes, we continue to do the damn thing. And until next time, y'all, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. See you next time.